activities that you currently feel yourself restricted from doing. It could be activities like it could be going to work, for example. But I can just tell you what the previous participant chose, just so you get some inspiration. But that was reading an educational book for 2 hours. He or she he felt held back or restricted in that, and it could be playing guitar for 6 hours straight, something he used to be able to do, but he can no longer do. Going out for beer after work for 3 hours. Going to the gym for 1 hour. Cooking for 45 minutes. So those are all activities where he felt restricted. And then once you've found those activities, you need to grade them on a scale of 0 to 10. So 0 is, although I would really like to do it, I just cannot do it. It's completely impossible. And 10 would be, I'm totally up for it, and let's just go right away. I could enjoy it 110% and not feel restricted at all. So we need to find 5 activities that you usually enjoy and that you don't feel restricted, or before, but that you feel restricted in today.
Okay, so yeah, that's fine. So first, exercising. I used to exercise a lot. I played soccer. Was doing squash and
so
doing a lot of
soccer,
stuff.
we could
Yeah.
we can
So right now, I'm not playing any contact sports, and I started to do some swimming, some more intense kind of yoga, and some swimming, yoga, and now a little bit of gym.
okay.
And that increased during the last 3 months. I was able to do some stuff before I wasn't, but still I'm not able to run, for example.
Shall we take
like
you?
that? So
You mentioned
I will grade
Can you hear me?
my exercise in general like
Juan?
6, 7 out of 10.
Juan?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's go for something very specific. Like it could be I don't know if you used to play like a full soccer match of 2 times 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not doing that.
Okay.
That's out of 10.
Soccer match 2 times 45 minutes. So that's one activity. You don't have to grade them yet. We'll do that afterwards. So soccer match 2 times 45 minutes. That will be the first one.
Yeah.
Anything else that?
Going out.
Come again?
Going out like
on a night out, like partying with getting drunk and getting home late. Yeah. So like a night out with alcohol and so on. Juan? Hello.
Hello. Sorry.
All right. Okay. Yeah. So the other the other or the next activity you mentioned. Oh yeah, I wrote here a night out with alcohol and home at 3 p.m. So
3 a.m.
3 a.m. Yes, of course.
Yeah, yeah. That one I will grade it.
Let's not no
I
grades,
don't know.
no
I don't
grades.
need to grade it
No,
now.
we'll
Okay.
do that afterwards. First, we'll just get the
Okay.
activities. So another activity.
A full day of studying.
Yeah, perfect. And the next one.
Well, it's kind of similar, but going to a concert.
Yeah, a concert is good. Concert, it could be cinema. It could go going to a restaurant with three friends, for example, for a night. It could be like some sort of social gathering, maybe a birthday in the afternoon. But concert is good for me.
Yeah, I'll do concert.
Yeah.
Mm,
And how long is a concert?
like 3 hours. Uh,
Yeah.
well, another sport is valid or not?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, anything.
Running.
Running for 1 hour, for example. I
Yeah,
mean, it's kind of similar
the
to
same. Yeah,
soccer.
yeah.
Maybe some sort of
So
social thing. I don't know if you feel restricted in 3 hours of an afternoon birthday, for example, something like that, or if
yeah,
that's
that is kind of no. I
that's
feel
okay.
restricted more in other settings.
Hmm.
Let's see, maybe.
What about
Mm,
reading? Okay, you say full
oh
day of
yeah,
studying.
reading. I mean, reading. Yeah, reading and concentrating, doing math, for example. That's kind of.
Yeah. What about working in front of the computer? I suppose you're probably doing that already.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's yeah. It's similar, but yeah, working without breaks, I can do it. Like
You,
working in the computer without breaks,
yeah.
like 2 hours in a row, I can do it.
You cannot do it.
Yeah, no,
2 hours in a row. Okay, so 2 hours.
yeah,
Let's just go with 3 hours computer work
yeah, okay,
because once you have no
yeah,
symptoms, it's something you should be able to do.
okay, yeah. three
Yeah,
hours computer work. Uh,
that's actually 5 activities.
oh, already?
Yeah.
Okay.
So okay, so now you can grade them. So again, it's a scale of 0 to 10. 0, it's I would like to do it, but it's completely impossible for me. So the first one is a soccer match of 2 times 45 minutes.
Yeah, if I don't do it, maybe I could do it, but I'm not doing it. So that's 0. Or oh, yeah, I'm not doing it, so it's 0, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. A night out with alcohol.
So I'm not drinking, but I am
Okay.
able to go out. So I will
Are
say
you
5.
you're not drinking at all? Like
No,
never.
no,
Then
no, no. Yeah, I used to drink.
okay,
I
because
used to have drink.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay, because then I'm gonna
and I
keep
like to drink.
yeah, I'm gonna keep the alcohol thing. So because if under normal circumstances you should be able to go out and get drunk and enjoy the night. So
Yeah,
let's keep it a night out with
with
alcohol.
alcohol.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I will say 5, just because I'm now. Yeah, maybe less. So with alcohol, 0.
with alcohol. Yeah, okay.
Well, I actually I
2.
will say 2. Yeah, because I've tried a little bit. It's a couple of years, but it's more like maybe I will be able to do it. But let's say 2 till
Yeah,
I
yeah,
feel comfortable.
yeah. And then a full day of studying.
So that will say 7 out of 10.
Okay. So that's
Well,
something you
I
feel.
have to take a lot of breaks. I mean, I'm studying and I had a medical leave and
Mhm.
now I'm back in school and I was able to have a good semester last year, but I'm like in 70% of course load. So
Okay. Okay, then maybe we should try to challenge that a little bit more so we can see. What about
3 hours of solving math problems.
yeah, okay.
So I'll say 60%. I can do 2 hours, but more than that, it's not. I have to stop.
3 hours solving math. Let's do that. So if you were to give that a grade,
I will say 6.5.
6. Okay, I'll put 6.
Just because I am able to do 2 hours, so that's 60%.
Yeah. Okay, so 3 hours solving math, I gave it a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then going to a concert for 3 hours.
So yesterday I went, but the last hour I didn't enjoy it that much, so I'll say 7.
Yeah. Okay. And then 3 hours of computer work without break.
I'll say 7 too.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So the next part is going to be your top 3 worst symptoms the last week. So if there are 3 symptoms that you think are the worst ones.
Last week actually it has been kind of weird because after a steady stage of just neck pain and headache and back pain, I had dizziness because something very weird happened. Like my muscle during the day started to jump.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I had like dizziness. So I'll say dizziness, headache, and neck pain.
Dizzy.
But the dizziness is kind of this week. I don't know if
that's fine. We're looking at the prior week, so that's fine. So dizziness, and then headache,
and back and neck pain.
And neck pain. I'm gonna put which.
Yeah, more neck than back.
Yeah. Okay. And then then I have a little bit of special thing, but it's how happy you are today on a scale of 1 to 10. And 0 is I cannot feel worse. I feel as bad as humanly possible, and I don't think I can carry on. So that's a 0. And 10 is I am as happy, optimistic, and excited as I can be.
I will say I'm 8.5, 9.
9?
No, 8. I'll say
8. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So now we go into the actual symptoms. So the first part is going to be mainly like pain symptoms, and then the second part is going to be all kinds of weird symptoms.
Okay. Perfect.
So the first one is going to be pain in the back of the head.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I mentioned, I forgot to tell you that you need to grade it. Yeah, so it's again a scale of 0 to 10, and 0 is I have not experienced this symptom, and you should look at how you've been feeling for, say, the last week or so, some sort of average in the last week.
Okay.
And so 0 is I haven't experienced it, and 10 is it is unbearable, and I'll do anything to get rid of it.
I'll say 4.
Yeah. And pain behind it.
I don't know. For me, I started to be skeptical of the grading because sometimes, like you say, like okay, I'm almost at 0 again, and then you realize that it was a type of pain, and then it evolved, and then it's kind of start from 0, from 10, and it then
absolutely. I mean, this scale. So
the scale I will say 4, just because it's a new symptom that I'm not used to it.
Yeah.
In the last week, I'll just say that.
Yeah.
So 4.
Yeah, that's fine. And then pain behind the ear.
5.
Yes. And pain in the temples.
1, 2.
2. Yeah. And then pain in the forehead.
No, in the last week I didn't have.
0. Yeah.
0. Yeah.
And then pain on the top of the head.
Like here?
Yeah, for example.
Or here?
Well,
here?
Yeah,
here
whatever you define as top of the head.
Okay, so there 4.
4. Yeah. And then pain in the back of the teeth, or the molars, the back teeth.
Like here?
I have one called the jaw. So the jaw is next.
0.
Teeth.
Okay,
0. Yeah. And then the jaw.
The jaw 2.
Yes. and then
It's kind of all the symptoms that I have. It's impressive.
yeah, and then pain in the chest.
1,
Yes, and then pain in the neck.
3, 4,
Yes, 4.
Yeah.
And then pain between the shoulder blades.
Between, like in the back of the place.
Yeah, so it's
Or between. So
Yeah.
yeah, between I'll say 3, 4.
4.
Yeah.
Yes, and then pain in the middle of the back, so a little bit lower than the shoulder blade area.
In the middle,
Mhm.
1 or
Yeah.
not.
Okay, and then
Yeah,
in the lower back.
3
3.
in the on the right.
Yeah. Yes. And then we have pain on the top of the shoulder.
3.
3. Yes.
Yeah.
And then
Kind of all the places where I experienced pain.
yeah, well, it's the same for everybody. Everybody has these things. Yeah.
Wow.
So then, but maybe this is not so bad for you. So next is pain on the outside of the shoulder.
0.
Yeah, and then pain in the upper arm.
0.
Yes, and then pain in the lower arm.
0.
And then pain in the wrist.
0.
Yeah, and then pain in the eyes, or maybe behind the eyes, or
I will not define it as pain, but it's kind of annoying a little
like
bit.
a
So I'll say 1.
yeah, like
Yeah.
so the pain for me, the pain is, if you have a 10, it's like unbearable pain. But if you have a 1 or 2, it's more like just something is uncomfortable, something is annoying you, but it wouldn't really be pain, but it's still something that is annoying. So we need to
1.
capture that as well. Yeah.
Okay, I'll say 1.
Yes, and then throat pain.
Here?
In,
No, not
more
really.
like inside the throat.
No.
No. Okay, so then we have something feeling disturbances or sensational disturbances. First in the arms, like tingling, numbness feeling.
3.
Yeah, and then tingling,
Is
numbness.
that normal? Like when the arms get numb sometimes?
Yeah, yeah.
When I do yoga, it's kind of, I ask the teachers and they say like, oh, that's weird. You're just doing something wrong. But every time it's like my arms get full of energy and numb.
Yeah, it's very normal. It's caused by trigger points, typically on the top of the shoulder blade.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, 2, 3.
Yeah, and then the same for the hands and the fingers, like
1.
yeah. All right. Okay, and then we have so those were the pain symptoms. Are there any pain symptoms that you feel like I haven't asked you about, that you have experienced?
So there's 1 here.
Yeah. Okay.
No,
So
in the right. No, yeah, in the left.
okay.
And 1 that I think that it is related on the knee, on the right
Okay.
right hand, on the right side of the knee.
Okay. I'm probably not gonna go down to the knee area. So the lowest is gonna be like mid waist. But I'm just gonna put.
So yeah, then here.
Yeah.
I'll say 2.
Yeah. So rib between ribs.
Yeah.
2. Okay. Then we have the various weird symptoms, and the first one is tinnitus or tinnitus. So like.
No, I don't have. I'm scared that will happen. So.
Yeah, well, it probably won't.
Yeah.
And if it will, and if it's trigger point related, we can remove it.
Yeah.
So the next one is sensitivity to sounds.
Yeah, 4.
Yes.
Yeah, loud sounds. It's 3, 4.
Mm-hmm. And then sensitivity to light.
That almost disappear. I will say 1.
Mm-hmm.
But that's.
And then a sensation of not being able to swallow, or as if there's something stuck in your throat.
No, I would say that's all right.
Yeah, 0.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then watery eyes.
No.
No. And then general hay fever symptoms.
like rainy nose.
Yeah, for example,
No.
sneezing and
Yeah. Oh, I have that a lot. Well, I didn't know that that could be related, but maybe it's also because of the dry air. But I
it
would
could.
say that three, four, three.
Yeah, yeah, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then so this it could be related to trigger points, and the explanation is that, as you know, trigger points, they send pain out to other parts of the body, and many of the trigger points in the sterno, they send pain into your sinus area, so into the nose, into the throat, into the mouth, into the eyes, and if one of them sends something into your nose and sinus here, then your body interprets it as if you have some impurity inside of your nose, and it starts producing a
It
running
could be
nose.
because when I have more rainy nose is when I have like a peak on pain.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, the pain fluctuates a lot, and when I have
sure.
a peak,
Mm-hmm.
it's related
Yeah, yeah.
with that
So
I'm sneezing a lot.
yeah, so it could very easily be that,
Yeah.
because that is the body's way of getting rid of something inside. But of course, there's nothing in there, so it just keeps going. Then nausea.
Uh, I'll say one or two because I was swimming this week and I had to stop because I had experienced nausea. But
Okay.
that almost disappeared completely. But yeah, I'll say one just because
Yeah,
I had it this week. But
yeah. And then dizziness and balance disturbances.
that increased this week, so I'll say three maybe.
Yeah. And then an irritation of the eyes.
One, two.
Yeah, 1 or 2. 2?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. Two. Let's
yeah.
say.
Okay. Then a droopy eyelids, like as if they're hanging.
No,
No?
zero.
Yeah. And then irritation in the nose.
What that's kind of the same that
Yeah,
sneezy.
it's very
Yeah,
related. Yeah.
so
So
three,
yeah. And then trouble turning your head, a stiff neck.
four, 4, 5.
5, 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Which
5,
one? Yeah. And then visual disturbances.
2, because
Yes.
I was able to do stuff without glasses, and now I have really low augmentation of glasses, but
Hmm.
now I don't feel comfortable of reading without glasses. I was able to do that, but now I wear them for classes, for everything
Yeah. Okay.
related with work. I was able to do it without it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll say 2.
Okay. And then a sensation of living in jelly or a dream.
Like fogginess.
Yeah, like the world is not real or
Yeah, I'll say 0.
yeah. And
I experienced that, but that disappeared.
yeah, that's good. And then an inability to concentrate.
3, 4, 3. I'll say
3, yeah. And then an inability to sleep.
that increased last week. I never had problem with that, but increased. So I'll say 1.
Yes. And stress, feeling stressed.
No, I mean I'm back in school, so a little bit, but it's not. I don't feel that it is something abnormal.
No.
But actually, I learned how to deal with stress a lot better than before. So
Yeah.
I'll say maybe 2, but
Yes. All right. And then a tiredness or a lack of energy.
2.
2. Yeah. All right. Okay, so that was the symptom list.
Hmm.